She's the most famous, but our Nicole isn't the only Australian to make it at the Moulin Rouge. Far from it. It might be the home of the can-can and the citadel of French beauty, but the flashiest, most famous nightclub in the world now has a broad Aussie accent. In fact, dancers from down under outnumber the locals 10 to 1. But life in this particular cabaret can be pretty daunting. Just imagine you're 17, you don't speak French, and they want you to take your top off in front of 900 people every night. And then there are the snakes. Don't get me started on the snakes. This is Paris at its best. A clear day, near sunset, and the city of light dazzles.
It's not a bad view, is it?
No, it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
For two young Australian women, it's their first time to the Eiffel Tower.
Cold but beautiful.
19-year-old Laura Matheson is from Melbourne. Adelaide Sini is from Sydney. She's 17.
The Moulin
Could you get a
Rouge?
nice
Where
view?
is the Moulin Rouge from here?
Just underneath the Sacre-Cœur, I think.
Yeah.
Around there.
Well done. See, you know Paris already.
Oh,
well.
yes.
It first opened in 1889, and for so long it's been so French. But these days the red windmill is whirling to a different beat. There's the topless dancers, the dancing reptiles, and now the dancers from down under. On any given night, more than a third of these 60 performers on stage are from Australia.
Sometimes I'll just sort of look around and go, I'm in Paris, I'm at the Moulin Rouge, and look at all these wonderful people I'm working with, and look at these costumes I'm wearing. And I get that shiver, that pinch. It's like, oh, I'm in Paris. I know my butcher, and I know the men in the fruit shop, and I know the men in the fromagerie. And
As a teenager, Louise Rollinson used to imagine dancing at the Moulin Rouge.
I'd seen photos of girls, and the costumes always looked magnificent, and I think that's what drew me to it.
So it was a dream come true.
I guess so. It has been a dream come true.
Big doors, heavy doors.
Like so many of the Australian girls who come here, Louise trained in classical and jazz dance and saw the Moulin Rouge as an opportunity to hone her skills. So 4 years ago, she set off for Paris and passed her audition. Just one more of the Australian invasion. How many French girls will be there now at the minute?
French girls, maybe 2, 3, maybe.
What is it about the Australian girls?
We're hard workers.
Is that why we see so many?
I guess so. And we're tall. And, lovely dancers and hard working dancers. And I think that's why Janet likes us so much.
You've got a lovely position.
Janet
and then as soon
is
as you
Janet Farrow, dance mistress at the Moulin Rouge.
Yes, there you go. Now you've got a line.
There are so many Australian girls. Why?
The girls are lovely. They're fit and healthy, long-legged. They're looking great, and you have excellent dance schools.
The fairy. Boom. It is quite disciplined. I mean, you have 2 shows every night, 6 nights a week, and they're very disciplined about your appearance. You can go 2 kilos up and 2 kilos down from what you weighed from when you arrived.
Harry, just come.
Well, you can be fired.
You can be fired.
The Moulin Rouge is not for women who can't. It's for women who can do, particularly the can-can.
Everyone, when they arrive, they start with the can-can, and then as time goes by, you're given the opportunity to go nude if they want you to, if you have the right assets. And
I hesitate to ask, but no, I won't hesitate.
What are the right assets?
The right assets are nice breasts. You have to have nice breasts. Otherwise, I mean, the size isn't so important, but nice shape, nice to look at. One of my girlfriends, Georgia, Australian girl, she lived with me when she first arrived, and before she went into work, like the first time that she had to, show her breasts, I remember she was standing in my kitchen, she had a shirt over her head. Tell me what you think, are they okay? I was like, they're fine, you're gonna be fine.
And was she?
Yes, she was no problem.
Je suis maîtresse, je leur donne une caresse.
It's saucy, but not sleazy. In a world where Big Brother can shock with its uncut crudity, there's something more innocent about a tradition that began in more innocent times.
The nudity, or without the tops on, shall we say, but with everything else, that started way, way, way back.
The Moulin Rouge was an instant success when it opened 116 years ago, the same year as the Eiffel Tower. It was a place where the aristocratic mixed with the artistic, a place that has been forever famous, and even more so since the film.
Especially since the movie Moulin Rouge came out, I know plenty of dancers in Australia that would love to come, and it is everything that you expect it to be.
Laura and Adelaide are the latest girls from Oz. They've made the move, passed the auditions, and now face the big question.
I'm not too keen on topless, actually.
Why not?
I don't know. I just can't imagine being comfortable enough.
I don't mind. It's not sleazy at all, so you're not completely naked or anything. You've got your beads and your feathers and everything. I'd be up for that, I suppose.
It'd be so difficult along these streets.
Just why two women so young would come so far can be answered easily. It's their dream. Both grew up learning and loving dance, and here they can perfect their craft. And of course, after the high kicks, it's also a chance to live the high life.
Escalier parisienne.
Albeit on a budget.
Très French.
Today, they're flat hunting.
Dishwasher? No way.
What about
That's so cool.
But then came the rent.
Combien?
Combien?
Oui.
2000 euros par mois. 2000 euros par mois.
I think that's 2,000.
Si, oui.
Oh, man.
2000.
No way. 2,000.
Oh. If like 4 of us lived here, it'd be alright.
Well, yeah, why not?
At the tender age of 17, you've taken on the Moulin Rouge. Why?
I think the whole showgirl thing, and also being in Paris, like the opportunity to travel and everything.
It's been quoted as saying the Moulin Rouge is all about creating the illusion of the perfect woman.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it is. That's what it's about. It's always about trying to create a fantasy for the public. And I've had actually people come and tell me afterwards that they didn't feel like they were in this day and age, and it was a fantasy for them. It was magical for them.
It's all about creating an illusion. But some stuff is a little too real, like the snakes.
And I was telling him I'm doing snake tonight, and to not bring the snake they have to muzzle before he gets into the water.
Snake dancing was introduced in the early 1960s and has fast become one of the show's highlights. Louise is the reigning queen of the pool, but on this night there's a problem with one of the pythons, as fellow Australian Jodie McDonald is all too well aware.
One of them has sticky tape around his mouth.
Because he's a biter?
Because he's a biter. But nobody knew this until the snake lady came in with a big thing on her lip. And they're like, do you know what happened to her? And I was like, no. Well, the snake bit her. Get ready. Got the earplugs.
These aren't little snakes.
No, these are pythons. These are like 2 metre long huge snakes like this thick. These are big, heavy, very strong snakes. So, yeah, it can be a little bit frightening.
Tonight, the snakes behaved themselves. It was Louise who came a little unstuck.
That's it, done. It's fine, no problem. I nearly fell in it before I was supposed to. When I was going to tie the sign, I was like, hola. Aussie.
I'm sure that's what you were saying.
Hola. And I could hear all of the back of them laughing at me. So I'm trying to be really serious. And I'm getting...
Are there perks for being a Moulin Rouge girl?
There are some. You get invited to different things that go on in Paris, different, they have nights at different nightclubs and we get invited for free and a table and champagne.
To the left. Help!
And for Adelaide, the baby of the group, it's
How do you
time to
feel,
jump
okay?
into the deep end.
I think it'll be okay once I get in there with the snakes, but just the thought of it's kind of turning me off a little bit.
Yes, her turn for the snakes. Will she make it?
Oh, I think so. I think she really wants to. Already the courage to come out here, so young. I'm sure she's going to make it.
For Adelaide, Laura and Louise, a little homesickness aside, the Moulin Rouge is a dream realised. A big slice of Australia in the heart of Paris.
I'm enjoying it so much and I feel like I'm learning so much from this experience. I don't want to, I mean, you only live life once, I don't want to go back to my old routine and just forget about this because this is wonderful, this is a dream.
It's nothing like dancing at the Moulin Rouge.
Dancing the Moulin Rouge and living in Paris. Live in Paris. It's wonderful.
Hello, I'm Tom Steinfort. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minutes segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au, as well as the 9Now app.